think that when you look at that result and when you look at what happened during that election, unless you're a very stupid person, you see what happens. A lot of the people in this audience, and maybe a couple that don't, but most people understand what happened. That was a rigged election, and it's a shame that we had to go through it. It's very bad for our country. All over the world, they looked at it, and they saw exactly what everyone else saw. You look, even if you just look recently with the 51 intelligence agents, that made a 16-point difference.
In most countries, if you attempt a coup and you get caught, you end up in jail. This guy ends up on CNN. Can't we be done with him already?
If you look at the FBI, if you look at the FBI and Twitter, they call it Twitter files, made a big difference. If you look at
Mr. President, back to what you just said there, though, it was not a rigged election. It was not a stolen election. You and your supporters lost more than 60 court cases on the election. It's been nearly 2.5 years. Can you publicly acknowledge that you did lose the 2020 election?
Let me just go on. If you look at True the Vote, they found millions of votes on camera, on government cameras, where they were stuffing ballot boxes.
Mumbo jumbo, mumbo jumbo, mumbo jumbo. CNN are idiots for having this guy on, especially after he said all this stuff about them.
Since you're attacking us, can you give us a question? Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Mr. President-elect, since you are attacking our news organization, can you give us a chance?
Your organization
You are attacking our news organization. Can you give us a chance to ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can you state, Mr. President-elect,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically,
she's asking a question. Don't
Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
You're attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you give us a question?
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Yep, he called them fake news. You guys are wrong. You're fake, but I'll come on. And of course, I'll take advantage of your platform, especially if you fill the audience with his people who believe all the crap he spews, like this.
One person who was at the Capitol that day, as you know, was your vice president, Mike Pence, who says that you endangered his life on that day.
I don't think he was in any danger.
Mr. President, do you feel that you owe him an apology?
No, because he did something wrong. He should have put the votes back to the state legislatures, and I think we would have had a different outcome. I really do.
But he doesn't have the authority to do that, as you know.
What?
So there you have it. CNN put on a lying, cheating, stealing, sexual abusing, twice impeached, classified hiding, insurrectionist, narcissistic loser on their network, thinking it would help their ratings. And they kept calling him Mr. President. Even that was just wrong. CNN, big fail, CNN, big fail. I didn't watch that much CNN before, but now I'm going to watch even less. I'm not going to watch them at all. And it's a shame. It's a shame. They went for the ratings, and they really gave light to this guy and his group of followers that they filled the room with that were just as crazy, who won't admit that the election was lost fairly and squarely. And they won't admit that this guy is a criminal that should be in jail, not doing a town hall meeting. You know, a lot of people on the right, quite often, they say that if you vote for the Democrats, they're going to end up taking over with socialism and with communism and take away your rights. Well, the truth is, America is a capitalistic society, whether you like it or not. Let's not forget, the first time around, the people that quieted Trump were not the government. It wasn't Congress. They tried to impeach him. They impeached him. But then when it went to the Senate, he was not made to pay the price. It was actually Twitter kicking him off Twitter. It was Facebook kicking him off Facebook. It was all of these social media private companies kicking him off. We're a capitalistic society, and we count on these companies to have some taste, some discretion. And in this case, CNN did not have any taste or any discretion. They put on someone who should not be on primetime network. If this were Newsmax, I would get it, but it's CNN. So this time, big fail, CNN. You've lost me. Hope you guys don't follow CNN anymore and make them pay. And certainly hope you don't follow Donald Trump. But we'll see how it all plays out. The danger is real. He might be reelected. He might be in prison, actually, and running the country from prison. You never know. You know, mafia bosses have done it in the past, and this person is the closest we've got to a mafia boss. The one saving grace of the whole CNN town hall was the low energy that Trump had throughout. That was the one saving grace. I'm Maz Jobrani. Watch my comedy special. It's called The Birds and the Bees. It's on YouTube. It's free. It'll make you laugh and give you a little bit of a respite from all of this madness. Namaste.